So to change your fuel filter on your 6.7 Cummins, the best way to get at it is actually through the wheel well. Now if you're regular on your filter changes, you can probably just squeeze through a little opening right here. If you neglect your truck and the filter hasn't been changed for a while, it's easier to just take the whole wheel well out. It's just half a dozen of these little 5/16 bolts that hold the wheel well in, and the best way to get the filter off is with a pair of pliers like this. Grab the filter at the top here. Try not to break these. Don't grab it in the middle, and if you have to, you can try it at the bottom, but best place to get it is still right here. Unplug your filter sensor, or your water sensor, sorry, and then you can take your drain right out. You can drain the filter before you start. If you can't, there's also that socket in the bottom here, but I find that if it's cold or the plastic's brittle, I have broken these before, so I still like the pliers better. Don't neglect this filter. It's probably the most important filter that you can change on your Cummins. This one supposedly was changed at another shop just recently, but I don't believe them because the filter looks, there's lots of dirt inside there, and the housing was full of water. They're expensive filters, but they will save you thousands of dollars if you change them often enough and protect your fuel injectors, which will let you down at some point. Water sensor at the bottom, do not ignore that. You pretty well have to climb underneath the truck to crack this loose, and just crack it loose, and then the water generally settles at the bottom. Do this before you start the truck, so after it's been sitting overnight or whatever. If you see the water sensor come on the dash, drain your water right away. Don't ignore that. Do that regularly. You can try and catch the fuel, but all it will do is fall all over your front diff and make a big mess. So expect that. And when you pop it back on again, make sure to change your O-ring. You don't have to bleed it, just turn the key on, cycle it a couple times, and that will turn the fuel pump on, which will bleed the system automatically, so you don't have to bleed the system at all. And a little bit of petroleum jelly or something on the O-ring helps it come on and off better. So that's it in a nutshell. Don't neglect your truck, guys. Here we go.